Seth from PyroTracker, and I've got two buddies here that we met down at the NFA Spring Showcase down in Columbus, Georgia, the first, and I think they're going to be doing that over and over.
Hope so.
Now we're here at Cobergon. Why don't you guys introduce yourself to PyroTracker?
I'll let the oldest go first.
You're lucky you're on TV, man. We'll cuss your ass out. Hey, yo, Darian Sr., Organized Chaos, Atlanta, Georgia. Been doing it for too damn long, but hey, willing to teach, learn, and hey, especially do the learning aspect. So I'm gonna pass it on to that cat over there.
Steven, Senior, Organized Chaos, in the game coming on about 10 years now. Industry disruptor, like doing different things outside the box. Love to learn, love to vibe with people that love to learn as well.
Man, you guys have great taste. Look at this logo. These guys are the Lamborghini of fireworks. Look at this.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Division 2 coming soon.
Exactly.
So, okay, I heard a couple interesting stories. Tell me a little bit about how you guys got into fireworks and how it all started.
So, I'm based out of New York City. He's based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Born and raised Queens, New York. We were actually driving a car down from New York to Atlanta, and then I'll let him tell you that because I don't know what route we were going because he normally drives.
Yo, we were down on that 95 heading down that way, passed through South Carolina. We saw Shelton Fireworks, big ass store. We never seen nothing like that before. Went in there, took a look around, and saw nothing but fireworks, like a bunch of kids in the candy store. Yo, anything we can get in the back of the car, we tried to get in there. Did it fit? Hell no, but we tried to get it out of there any damn.
So how many loads did it take?
Oh man, you don't even want to know, man. I think one time, lady wanted to see if we could borrow her car so we could take the stuff up out of there. But that's another story.
and just for all you viewing, like the East Coast, New York is at one point, we were able, growing up, we had access to these type of things.
Right.
Now, we're not talking about mortars, we're not talking about cakes.
We're talking about the retail grade with the color wrap.
We're not even talking about sparklers. We're talking about little firecrackers, little jumping jacks, little bottle rockets. That's what we grew up on. And once a new mayor came in, Giuliani, if my memory was right,
that's right,
it got locked down.
Oh, for real?
Dead serious. So when you have New Yorkers driving and you see Shelton Fireworks and you can buy anything you want, and you have a little more than mom and dad's allowance, shit.
All the hair on your arms started spiking up. Yeah.
It was like being a crack addict.
Okay, so, well, you know what? Fireworks are better than crack. It's the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So, what got you guys into display stuff then? How'd you evolve into that?
You want the clean version or the dirty version?
Well, was it over 7 years ago?
Well, it's going to be a while. About 10 years ago.
I think we're all right, son.
Yeah, it was statute of limitations.
We used to take, Georgia was a no-fire state. It was all 100% sparklers, nothing else. You couldn't do anything in little boo-boo fountains. So one day we went to Alabama. And we said, so we're going to see what Alabama has. Because when we were in South Carolina, they said, hey, they can only sell 200 grams. Alabama could sell 500 grams.
Shout out to Alabama.
Nice stuff.
So we decided to go the other way. So we went straight to the west side, hit Alabama. And after we got to Alabama, we went to their stores. Oh my God, we were like, it was beyond kids in the candy. So we were crackheads in a cocaine factory.
Have you guys made it to Missouri yet?
No, we didn't go that far. We have
to for our suppliers now.
Now our suppliers.
We go to 76.
I'll tell you what, some of these Missouri stores got some fun stuff too.
Oh yes, they did. And then from that day on, we used to bring it back into Atlanta. And like I'm saying, it wasn't up to par back then. So what we used to do was have our shoots, and the first time we were here, we would dip. Because it wasn't legal at that time. But then as we grew from lighting it with from matches to a blowtorch, from a blowtorch to a flare, from a flare to buckets, and then from buckets we went to Cobra, and then from there we decided to put that finesse on, and we've been riding ever since.
All right, cool. So tell me, you've been international with this stuff. Tell us about that.
So we do. You got to get your pyro where you can. And there's a fix that you need, and you can't always get it when you want, especially when you live in the Northeast. So what happens is we were looking to expand what we needed to learn, because it's not like you can go to school for what we do. It's real wild.
I wish you could.
Who you telling? Because then everything would be centralized according to what we spoke about off camera. But what ended up happening was I just did a simple Google search one day, and ironically, the Google search was, isn't there an Italian company somewhere in New York that used to do fireworks? And I typed that in. I think that was my original Google search, and Grucci popped up. I was like, oh, Grucci, where's Grucci? Oh, where are you? Oh, you're like 30 35, 40 minutes away from
You're
my
not
house.
far from home.
So why not? Lo and behold, at that exact moment, there was an opportunity. They were opening up their pyrotechnicians search. And then what ended up happening is just went there, and then from there, and if folks don't know about Grucci, hopefully you do, especially if you're watching this channel.
They do big fireworks.
They don't play with low-level, low-tech stuff. They're in a big league. They break records, and that is, I admire them, and I'm happy to be a part. So as a result of that question you just asked, I ended up in Saudi Arabia hitting world records.
Man, so tell us a little bit about that shoot.
Listen, man, it's 110 degrees and 100% humidity. That doesn't, it's ridiculous in a country that is trying to be more open to the Western world. Dubai being its flagship of diversifying their oil versus their tourism ratio. As a result of that, strict, crazy, and NFPA what?
Do what you want.
Do what you want, but
Whatever the king says, right?
whatever the crown prince signs off on, it goes. It happens.
What?
And as soon as I come back, the thing happened in the news, and I just smiled. But for what it's worth, for all your viewers, the Middle East is a beautiful place. What you see on TV is not what it really is.
Yeah, fake news is the real deal.
And that's it's kind of crazy because like if you take our 4th of July, our Christmas, our Thanksgiving, you roll it into their National Flag Day, it's impressive to a point where when you have one person calling the shots, you get things like when you want F-16s to fly by on the beach at 4 o'clock and do flight patterns around skyscrapers dropping green smoke. That's how you do it. You can absolutely go ahead and get that done. That happened every day. It was a party for 1 week straight. Kids in cars with flags. It was absolutely amazing. Great people.
So how many shoot sites did they have?
54.
Spread. What do you figure the distance
54
between the long? How broad are we talking? You're like 10 miles, 20 miles. How
No,
crazy was it?
and I don't want to misspeak this one, but the distance from Jeddah, Riyadh, and Dadam was basically across the country. One button, one press, all 53 or 54 sites go live at the same time.
Wow.
In order for the record to be.
So was this the sort of deal? If you were on a boat, did you capture it all, or was it just that big that you really couldn't get it on one shot?
So ridiculous here is the fact that for folks watching, and if you really don't understand, like being a pyrotechnician is a selfless job.
Yep.
A lot of safety and security, although they don't have any governing bodies, is what the Crown Prince says.
You still want to do it right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. But then you end up following your rules, and you making sure your shoot site is in order, because you don't want it on your conscience that you turned around and a little kid just passed by and a 3 or 4 inch goes on. So what ends up happening at that point is you're paying attention to the safety aspect, so you don't get to see the whole show. You see it with people's phones and they put it all together, but I was on land, you had 4 barges out, and then you had inland, and then all the trailers have their own stories. There's like about at least 10 or 15 different stories that everybody has.
What's the number on a crew like that? How many people?
Ironically, you know what you don't think it's about? I think it was like 80, 90 people.
That's
overall.
a lot of people.
But I think that was just at my site, though, because I was in one city and this was going on in 2 other ones.
Wow.
The scale is unbelievable, and for that I applaud them for it.
Do you recall how many total fireworks was it?
No, it's a published record, and it's funny. 900. I think they went well over 1 million, but they went over 1 million in each firework, or however it had to be counted. So it's like 983,000. I could probably pull up my phone and figure out the exact number.
Well, yeah, the fellow that I saw you guys chatting with, he showed me
He showed me the
his
picture.
certificate.
He got his
from the
certificate
Guinness
with
Book
it.
of World Records. That's really cool.
He was there as well on one of their shoot sites in the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a whole different experience.
Yeah,
He put
totally different experience.
Totally different experience.
And he said that the temperature difference was pretty drastic.
And he got a little elevation. He had a little breeze. To get a breeze in that climate,
He said it was 0 humidity, boy. He thought he was in paradise.
Well, I know you have curly hair. I've got curly hair. We turn into a mess.
Look, I'm friends right now. I'm friends. I'm trying to catch up.
Man, no doubt, baby. Free of charge. No doubt.
So, tell us a little bit about. Do you guys do shoots separately? Do you try to do your shoots together?
We try to do it together. It's always been a collective. We have a third brother, and he does a DJ for us, and we do a lot. We've been in the dabbling to a lot of musicals, and we gotta give a shout out for Cobra because they've been our primary firing systems. We gotta shout out Finale. We gotta shoot them out because I can tell you right now that stuff has made our lives a lot easier. But, you know, we also got to shoot out the suppliers, you know, Kellner, Lynch, you know, Little China, all those guys that we've been to their shops, open the doors for us, give us what we need. We, you know, we do what we do.
So show you what's up.
Exactly. And then, you know, sit down, and then plus, you know, what really, this is a tip to all the people out there want to get to the Pyro musical show, get to the sites that have their information on their fireworks, their lift chart, their timing, their burst rates, everything that you can say that, hey, that really goes good to the Pyro show. But we do a lot of stuff together, you know, we work together, we complement each other, we're brothers, we pain in the ass to each other. Some days we can't stand each other, but hey, we get the job done. So
hey, it's always fun to work with family, right?
Yeah.
Top line.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Love me.
Well, I mean, it's fun because you can be direct and say what you might not otherwise.
Yeah, it's fun, man. I'm as bored.
Oh yeah, we get on each other's nerves, but we have to. It's like, you know, I think when you work this closely and then, you know, you have a close relationship, you respect each other's lane. There's a lane that I have and a lane that he has, and we don't cross it because
we try not to.
when the shoots happen, you know, and that time crunch and, you know, safety, and you're always safety. That's why I said it's a selfless job. You're worried about other people. It's ridiculous.
I'm surprised y'all don't have any gray hair. Well,
I'm gonna take it as a compliment, man. It's OG style right here, baby. You know what I'm saying? Show that wisdom. Show that wisdom.
all right. So now you have some military background too,
Yes,
right?
I'm ex-military.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh man, you know, shout out to the U.S. Army. Did 6 years during Desert Storm 1, aviation mechanics. So I had the electronics, a little bit of EOD in there. So it did a lot. It gave me the discipline, and also, you know, with that discipline, you can carry it over a lot of things that you do. You know? So yeah, I think, you know, there wasn't any how would you say, immaturity when we stepped into this game. You got to have someone with a level-headed when it's gonna say no, you know, or back off, or we need to really think about it. So yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, man, appreciate it, man.
We need more
I wasn't
of that.
thinking about you when I was over there, but I no, forget that.
Oh man.
So what kind of stuff do you have coming up? Do you have any shoots that are coming up you want to talk about? And
Well, I would love to say we do. We're now that everything is on the up and up down there in the south. We have AHJs we have to work on.
okay.
And so I was telling some of the other attendees here that we're spending more of our time on the education rather than playing with gunpowder.
Gotcha.
Which is fine because, you know, you play
You
the
wanna do it right.
education role. You got to do it right, and the last thing you want to do is we line up with clients. We have a lot of them lined up, but they're relying on the AHJs for the guidance, and the AHJs don't understand, and then we line it up, contract signed, insurance is up, everything's ready to go, and then the fire marshal says no, and they can crush.
You know, I really wish there was a little bit more ease that, hey, we've done a lot to figure out all this stuff, you know.
On our own.
But you know something that's kind of bad is when we look at anything like on YouTube or you look on the news and you see that dumb shit. You know, somebody strapping firecrackers and bottle rockets to their ass and running on the street. That becomes a firework incident, even though it's not a trained professional or trained operator incident.
It's a black eye for the whole
Exactly. So then you can just imagine that person sitting behind that desk like, he violated NFPA 1126 and this is da-da-da-da.
Subsection 1, 2, 3.
And everybody else is at that failure, you know, and that's the bad part about it. It's really the bad part about it.
And so make sure you're following the rules with your fireworks and any instruction they've got on the boxes. It's usually there for a reason, right?
100%.
The more you know, the more responsible you have to be, and it sounds crazy to say, but, and you know, to your accord, when I was overseas, even though they don't have a governing body, I know my rules and my safety regs. It's just something you adhere to.
Well, you have to respect it. I mean, this stuff is volatile, so you got to do it right.
Just like a firearm. If you don't respect the firearm, then you bump into problems. And it's the same thing here. You're actually even more cautious, even though you know how to handle it. You know what's inside of it. The mix is crazy.
The mix is very crazy.
Cool. Well, what's the scariest close call you guys have seen?
I think we don't have to hide the names and the names of those individuals, man. I think he know what I'm talking about. You know, missing eyebrows.
Those are hard to grow back too.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
His are nice and thick, so
it wasn't me. Missing eyebrows. We're gonna let that one go.
So I grew up swimming, and for swimming, you shave down before your big meet, right?
Oh yes. No friction.
There are a couple of
No drag.
There are a couple of girls that shaved their eyebrows one year.
Does that matter?
Well, these poor girls look like aliens for the next month or two. So
Dedication
to the sport. Dedication for that win.
cool. Well, hey, tell tell us how we get a hold of you when someone wants to book a shoot in New York, Georgia. What do we do?
I'll let my man go right there.
Well, so what happens is New York City is a whole nother beast. Pyro Operation for Organized Chaos is in Georgia. So if you're looking to do anything down there, weddings, anniversaries, special events, we actually spend a lot more of our time in special events, which is where our AHJ conversations, because everybody wants something special in a place that they never had before. We're dabbling with that, but anniversaries, weddings, special events, www.okpyro.com, and give us a call. We operate on any budgets, and at the end of the day, we create an experience that you will remember for the rest of your life.
And if you look at their emblem, they're the Lamborghini of fireworks, so you gotta check it out.
We try.
Hey, thank you guys so much.
Seth, man, I appreciate
It
you,
was a
man.
pleasure. I'm glad we met down in Georgia.
No doubt, Seth.
Good
It's been
people.
a while.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
It's been good.
Well, thanks.
All right.